Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you for joining us for another video. Today is going to be a how-to on managing your time as a student athlete in college. I think this is super important for enjoying your experience to the max, and we'll get right into some tips and tricks that I've found to be successful. So right off the bat, getting into each semester, I like to look at 3 big things to focus on. I feel like that's a manageable number to realistically balance each and every day, and you can definitely work some other things in there, but 3 is a comfortable number for me. So with that being said, you kind of already have 2. You're already a student athlete, and academics and your sport are going to be a huge portion of your time on campus. With that being said, social life is also a huge part of that for me, and I think it should be for you guys as well. Now those are kind of big, broad categories. So how do you really break those up? Well, fortunately, your athletic and academics are already going to be planned out pretty well with classes and your practice times, especially meets. And well, meets for me, I'm a runner. If you guys have games where you're traveling, that's going to be a big block of the day, and maybe you have to put some things on the sideline. But maybe look at things as a holistic week, and you should be able to find time for social life, schoolwork, and your athletics. Now, a big part of that for me is taking advantage of your free time. Obviously, you have to do the necessities like sleep and eat, and definitely make time for that. I feel like a lot of people don't prioritize that, and not giving yourself the proper nutrients for like the basic health will leave you super run down and make it a lot harder to do really anything. It makes any task harder. So starting with the school stuff, we're about 2 weeks in here at Loyola, so I feel like I'm starting to get into that rhythm where I know my professors, I know their expectations, and I'm starting to get a hang of my weekly schedule for homework. It's definitely important to be on top of that. I know everyone loves to be a procrastinator, but I'm telling you, getting that stuff done at the beginning of the week or the beginning of the day and having those time to really relax and spend some time with friends or just on your craft is such a great reward. And I guess moving on to athletics, there's a lot that goes on with athletics. You know, each sport has its own commitment, but I feel like no matter what sport you're doing, still make time to have fun. You're gonna wanna focus on practice time. Give yourself that block to focus during the day. Maybe you've got a double in a day. You know, for my team, a lot of that is, practice in the morning, and then we're doing a double in the afternoon. And that's okay. You can still find time to yourself to have some fun and do things you want to do. Not to say you don't want to do your sport. But the biggest piece for me is being social. It's really important to interact with people because you're really moving yourself out of your home environment. You know, you're not with the normal crowd you might be, and it's kind of easy to not spend time with people, but in reality, that's really not good for you. And you'll notice that effects, especially if you're feeling homesick or out of place. Try and spend more time with people and just get to know your friends and teammates so that you can really enjoy each day you're here, especially because everyone is right around your age and you really never get to experience that again. So take advantage while you can. With that being said, line yourself up to be with people. You know, sometimes you have to make sacrifices here and there, but that's what makes it fun. You know, sometimes you got to delay 15 minutes, but you end up having a meal with your best friends, and you know, who knows if that's the funniest night of your life. You just don't want to miss out on things. A huge thing I like to follow in school is say yes to everything. Of course, that has its limits. You know, don't do anything illegal, and if it's absurdly pricey, maybe that's not in your budget. But if $10 is gonna give you 4 hours of entertainment, why not spend the $10? You know, you could work all summer, you could work the rest of your life, and $10 isn't gonna be a huge cost. And that's just an example, but I definitely like to say yes to different events on campus, different events on campus, and just really immerse myself in the community because it's so fun to look back on those memories rather than thinking of the dollars you saved or the time you spent in your bed or playing video games when you could be out having fun. So that's kind of it. If you guys have any questions or comments specifically on how I manage one class or the other, feel free to comment that down below. But I just kind of wanted to put that out there for you guys transitioning, or maybe you're seniors in high school looking on some tips for your college experience. I hope this helps. And as always, thanks for watching.